Hello everyone, I'm Andrew McNair from SWAN Capital and welcome to our November 2024 SWAN report. Now you may be wondering, where's the suit? Where's the cufflinks? Where's the pocket square? I'm wearing our t-shirt because today we were able to go volunteer with the Dream Center. We pick a charity every year and we go there 4 times a year. We write them a big check. We show them our love by not only donating but also shutting down the office for a half day, bringing our employees, our clients join us, and we lend a helping hand to a worthy cause in our community. And today we're able to feed over 60 homeless families and show them love and show them that we care about them and feed them a warm meal. So again, we have many great opportunities coming up for 2025, which I'll talk about in just a second. But let's jump right in. In this episode, we're diving into some of the headlines that have been making waves in the financial markets. I know there's a lot of information out there, and it can feel overwhelming at times. So let's take a moment to sift through the noise, and together, let's discover what these developments really mean for your portfolio and for your retirement. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started. At SWAN Capital, our market outlook is cautious because of world conflicts, higher consumer credit, coupled with higher market valuation metrics pointing to clear overvaluation in the markets. So first up, the election. Former President Donald Trump completed his political comeback and secured the election over current VP Kamala Harris. Some thought the results would take several days to sort out, but the election was called early Wednesday morning as it became evident that Trump had the votes of victory. The stock market soared on Wednesday to set a record for the best post-election day results. Incredible performance in the market. Most of the major benchmarks rose to record highs this month as traders seem to consider the next 4 years under Republican administration and the possibility of faster earnings growth, lower regulations, lower corporate taxes. And markets probably jumped because of one primary reason: the uncertainty about policies, at least for the next 4 years. Somewhat goes away. We don't have to worry about the political landscape and what's about to happen in November. That's now behind us. The consensus is that Trump's second presidency will bring all of those great things that we just talked about, but it also will bring restricted immigration, increased tariffs, both of which carry inflationary implications. However, it's unknown how those measures will be implemented and how long they will take to actually put in place. Meanwhile, a stronger U.S. dollar might offset some impact from tariffs, while lower taxes and deregulatory initiatives could support the economy in a big way. After all, what will they do? And who's they? The Fed. We're speculating about the Federal Reserve's meeting was pretty much a footnote in the shadow of the election. The Fed announced another rate cut this month, coming in at 25 basis points. There have been some real speculations as to whether Fed Chair Jerome Powell would mention the president's-elect's fiscal policy and its potential impact on monetary policy. However, Powell noted that the Fed would continue to evaluate the changes as they were announced, and also stated that he would not resign if asked to do so by the incoming president, which is the best answer. We do not want our Fed to be connected to political parties. It's very important to keep the Fed separate in a meaningful way. Powell did acknowledge that inflation does remain higher than the 2% target in his remarks, and that they're trying to get inflation still under control. Now, if we look at some of the reports that came in addition to all the other reports, I want to focus in on the Institute for Supply Management, the ISM Services Index. And that is a gauge of demand for the services industry. And it came in at 56, indicating an expansion in that sector. While a reading of 50 is an expansion, a reading below 50 is a contraction in the service industry. So this is a great sign. Now, this plus inflation and the jobs data that we saw this month means we probably should take the previous expectation for additional rate cuts and throw them out the window. The data is a moving target, and what the Fed will do is also a moving target. Now, November has seen some significant developments in global conflicts, and not in a good way. In the Middle East, renewed clashes between Israel and Hamas have intensified, leading to widespread casualties, prompting urgent calls for ceasefire and humanitarian relief. Meanwhile, we have more flooding, more acts of God than we like to see in this year, with hurricanes and the flooding in Spain, which, triggered by heavy rainfall, has caused extensive damage. Thousands of families have been displaced, and it's a real tragedy. So the Spanish government has mobilized resources for the recovery efforts, while the EU, the European Union, has pledged support for these affected communities. Additionally, ongoing tensions in Ukraine have really heated up in the month of November, and it remains a focal point for the world, with diplomatic efforts to stabilize the situation as a priority. And it's only got worse with us telling Ukraine that they can ship our missiles and send them over to Russia. And I don't believe, in my humble opinion, that that was a wise approach. And I believe that that needs to be left to the next administration in just a few months to deal with what they have planned for Russia in that situation with Ukraine. Again, I would ask all of us to pray for that area and hope that everyone can come to their senses and can compromise and come to really good conflict resolution strategies, because it is a serious situation that could heat up and cause widespread, more geopolitical conflicts that would affect markets in a very big way. Now, at SWAN Capital, we are committed to a disciplined investment strategy, not an emotional one. Our disciplined investment strategy emphasizes both growth and risk mitigation. As we navigate the current market landscape, we routinely assess and adjust portfolios to align with our client goals in response to higher market valuations. And for volatility protection's sake, we are strategically reallocating investments towards more conservative portfolios and conservative investments within those portfolios when the market reaches new highs, what seems like every other day, ensuring that we consider the potential tax implications along the way. So if you're invested in a 401k, please do send your allocations to our portfolio management team. All you have to do is send your 401k allocations to portfolio@swan-capital.com so we can take a renewed look at it and make sure that you're properly allocated. If you have questions about your investment strategy, you're concerned that maybe we're still taking too much risk, please give us a call so that we can sit down with you, jump on a Teams call, jump on a call to make sure that your investments are properly aligned with your goals. Now, this is one of the best times to review your investment positions and financial objectives, particularly as we monitor signs of the market overheating. I want to thank you for joining this month's market recap, and we look forward to providing you with much more insights next month. Now, before I go, I wanted to highlight a couple of events that we had the pleasure of hosting this month, and events that we have coming up that we're organizing as we speak. First, we had an excellent day meeting with federal employees at our ProFeds conference, where we assisted 40 families learning more about their federal benefits. So if you know a federal employee, these events are often sold out, and we're going to have 4 to 5 of them next year because they're sold out almost every time. And we'll have 40 to 50 families that are federal employees learn more about their federal benefits over a 7-hour workday, where we're jumping in and talking in the weeds about federal benefits. And so we encourage you to share that with other families. Now, also, I would be remiss if I didn't talk again about the Dream Center. This was our last time volunteering at the Dream Center, and we had an amazing time feeding the homeless. This organization helps out with the homelessness and the human trafficking that is here in our community. The Gulf Coast community is so rich in great organizations like the Dream Center, and we're going to pick a new charity, an organization that we'll support next year that I want you to be a part of as a client of SWAN Capital. Now, coming up soon is our December 7th event. We're going to be hosting our annual Christmas social. And if you're a client of SWAN Capital, please RSVP soon and join us on this special day. Nothing beats a hot chocolate around a warm fire, as long as Christmas carolers are singing, and Santa's in the distance. So I would love to see you there, and I'm excited to see you at that Christmas social. That's it for this month's Swan Report, and I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next month. Thank you for listening every month to this monthly market recap. Be sure to subscribe and click the like button. And remember that nothing that we talk about here is a recommendation. If you would like to discuss your personal financial situation, please give us a call at 1-800-848-8768, and we'll be happy to talk with you soon.